But let's before we close out, let's drop down a few weight divisions into the super lightweight 140-pound weight division. And we know that our boy Adrien Broner is returning to the ring. Does anybody remember the date? It's February, right? February the 4th. Is it February the 14th?
That's Valentine.
I'll find out. Adrien Broner.
Nah, I thought I saw the Black Prime ad for that. I thought it was April for some whatever reason.
In Atlanta.
Is that where that's right?
It says it was targeted for February, but let me see.
While you looking for that, hey, Boston, that William School, he fought last month.
Did
he? Yeah.
Shit. Who did he? I guess so much for that. I guess they can't drop his ass.
Yeah.
Ooh, that wasn't the Spadenko fight, was it?
Nah, Abel Nicholas Adrien in Germany.
All right, never mind. So much for dropping him.
Well,
go ahead, Cam.
Yeah, so I'm showing that it was, but this was just in December. So Adrien Broner to fight at 144 on February the 18th on the return to BLK Prime. Are y'all seeing anything different?
That's I don't know if they'll do that. That's like a month after.
Nah, it's the 25th. It's on BoxRec. Ivan Radcash, 25 February.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
So,
it's a 10 rounder.
Yeah, I think that's a legitimate.
At what weight class?
I mean, it's
140 pounds.
No, I heard they already pushing it up to 147.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, okay. But what's the question, Cam? I didn't even think we were going to talk about this shit. We're going to talk about PROGRAIS somehow, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to get around to. But what I'm saying is that apparently Adrien Broner is targeting Regis Prograis after what is assuming. I'm not making any assumptions with Adrien Broner. I don't, I'm not even assuming that he'll make it to the fight. That he wins against Ivan Redcatch is that he is targeting Regis for this. I think it's a lot of cap. I think that's probably one of the worst styles that Adrien Broner could get into the ring with, and I think that he would take a hurtful beating fighting somebody like Regis. So just to kind of cap this off, do we see this as a fight that would come to fruition in 2023? Adrien Broner against Regis Prograis.
Who you want to go first?
You can go ahead and jump in.
Like most things in boxing, it really depends on all the moving pieces, right? I mean,
really,
if Teofimo's people are serious about fighting him, and I still question whether or not that fight actually gets made, then I don't think Regis goes to BLK Prime to fight Broner unless they're throwing stupid money at him. You said what, Dave?
They might do that, man.
Right. Well, no. Well, here's the thing. But here's the question, though, Dave. If you were on Regis's team, they're offering Broner $5 million to fight 10-round fights. If you're Regis, you asking for what? 6, 7, 8,
as the champ,
right?
Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
Damn near double. I go and ask him for 12.
Do you take the fight with Broner and pass up the Lopez fight, or do you go in there and fight Teofimo Lopez and beat his ass on ESPN in Madison Square Garden for less money? Because Bob ain't paying that nigga $8 million to go in there.
All right. So,
remember, you're the trainer, so you get the percentage.
Yeah. So what?
But you get more glory. One is significantly more glory.
Well, I think he likes Broner up. Period. I think Broner would be a second choice if I could not get that stuff with Teofimo in terms of the relevance of fighters. Now, Broner still moves the needle, gives you hype and all this stuff like that. But yeah, man, I go in there and dust off Teofimo, which beating a Teofimo would open the doors up better for you with all these other cats that's in that particular division, such as Ryan Garcia, because he's just a more established, relevant, fighter. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my take on it is, it wouldn't be about, loot or legacy, as I always, I keep saying to y'all, getting that, the loot might be the Broner, because if them jokers offer up that money,
Yeah.
But the legacy, it would be dust off, Teofimo, and then keep on heading up towards the more relevant thing. That would be what I would say.
Right. And Broner's got that 3-fight deal, right? So you still got 2 more fights to make. But the other variable in this equation is if this Devin Haney, and I don't want to derail us here, but if this Devin Haney Lomachenko fight, because it looked like Lomachenko and friends are bullshitting, and they really don't want this fight. If Devin Haney moves up to 140 pounds, and that fight is available potentially for Regis sometime in the spring or sometime in the summer.
That's not going to be why would your first fight at 140 pounds against somebody like?
Oh, not the first fight, but what I'm saying. Okay, fair enough. I guess that's not enough of a factor to even bring it up. Fair enough. You're right. So I guess really the big thing is the Teofimo is that's the near.
Yeah, I think Teofimo, his dad is talking. He wants that fight in April. But so this just came out on January the 2nd, right? So this is just a couple of days ago, and this is from Regis. And reason I like him is unlike Broner and even Teofimo Lopez, this guy's a straight shooter.
Yeah.
So this is what he said. He said Ivan looks like he's in shape. Speaking of Ivan Redcash, but Broner, I don't know what weight they can fight at. They can't fight at 40. I don't think Broner can make 47, 54, 52, maybe something like that.
Jesus Christ.
And he said, ain't seen the way he been looking, hitting the bag?
He said,
I don't know.
He said, listen,
more
bro.
like his daddy than
he's
than
like, he said, listen, bro, I saw him. I saw him, bro. I was with him. I was just with him. Broner got a stomach on him. So
you see his daddy?
So this is why
back in the day used to brush his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, but we know. Yeah, I mean, he's got that in his genes. But that's why I would say, don't even mess with Broner at this point. This guy, right? He's
that's
likely
easy
to
for you
pull
to
out.
say, Cam, because it offered you $8 million or $6 million or $7 million to go in there and beat up some guy with a belly. That's tough.
But
Dave told us he would do, but
that is a moot point. If the guy pulls out of the fight or just does, Broner has shown that he would shit on a promotion or production or whatever
that's why you ask for money in escrow. That's why you ask.
That's
for
why I call it cap. You know what I'm saying? Based off the interview that Broner says. So throughout Broner history, who would you say was a more devastated fighter than a potential PROGRAIS that Broner has fought?
Maidana.
Maidana beat Earth, Wind, and Fire out that nigga. But Maidana's not as skilled, but Maidana was big for that weight.
So all right, Maidana's one. Anybody else?
He been in there with Porter also. Porter, that's not a hard puncher, but still, that's a tough.
It's a tough fight. It's tough Porter of the boxer. I'm talking about PROGRAIS. PROGRAIS probably going to snatch Broner's soul. So I'm saying that to say that Broner himself was like, well, I love PVC because they want me to fight Godzilla. So I take that where he at now. He's yelling out PROGRAIS, but he's fighting Redcash. He has a 3-fight deal. Ain't no way in hell he gonna fight PROGRAIS next, or on his 3rd fight. He want that money, so he gonna keep yelling PROGRAIS, but he gonna do Red Cash, either Eves, Ulysses. He ain't gonna fight nobody in the top 15. I guarantee you.
And this 3-fight deal. So this is right, and Broner's not getting any younger. You know, at this
he ain't fighting nobody in the
or thinner.
Broner, he fought once in 2021. That was in February. He fought once in 2019. He fought once in 2018. And he fought twice in 2017. Fought once in 2016. And then he didn't fight more than 2 times all the way back in 2015.
But that's standard for these PBC motherfuckers. They one fight every 18 months, right? That's not unusual for a PBC fighter. Is it? I mean, we look at other motherfuckers probably got the same activity. How many fights has Errol had over the last 4 years?
Whoa. Errol got the same amount of fight as Terrence Crawford.
I don't know why. I don't know how Terrence Crawford came into this, but
I mean, because you just said Errol from 2018 to today. Terrence Crawford has that Avenesian fight put him 1 fight above Terrence.
But listen, we're talking about guys who are in shape, guys who are fighting the best guys within. I'm talking. Let's stay with Adrien Broner, right? The last guy who was the last guy he fought?
He fought some guy named Giovanni Santiago,
exactly.
But before that, he fought Manny Pacquiao.
He fought. Yeah, that was in 2019.
I don't know.
Right, it was a long time ago.
Manny Pacquiao. That was a money grab for him too.
I mean, everybody wants to fight Manny Pacquiao. I don't.
He can. He was out there, came in shape, and before that, he fought Jesse Vargas, Mikey Garcia is probably the best guy he's fought. Going back to what Casual mentioned about, Mikey's probably the closest guy to
PROGRAIS. PROGRAIS like probably get you out of there. So my point with that when I asked the question was, like, Broner ain't looking to fight nobody worth their weight in salt in the boxing ring right now. So these next 3 fights is going to be all garbage fights.
Who does he fight though, Randy? I mean, I'm looking at all these guys.
Where did he find Red Cash at?
In a trash can somewhere, in a bar.
I mean, Ivan Red Cash has. You know, he's a name at least. I mean, I've said,
man, he going to 147. He can fight Abenesian.
If I hadn't fought in since 2021, I mean he's got some losses on him, but Ivan Red Cash, he's fought Regis, he's fought Danny Garcia.
That was a fight where he quit. Yeah, he said he got hit low.
Yeah, he fought Devin Alexander, but I mean it was past his prime. He's fought John Molina Jr. I mean he's somebody that top guys are fighting. But my point was, who was he aligned with promotionally? Who was Red Cash signed to? That was my point in bringing that up. Okay. I don't know who Red Cash is signed to. His last fight was on a Pro Bellum, was against Regis, right, on some streaming network. So I think they lucked out with a guy like Ivan Red Cash. But if you look at the rest of 140. Even if we go to 147, I mean, we just went through this whole shit with fucking with goddamn Boots. These guys are all locked into agreements. And maybe somebody says, hey, go ahead and get that money on BLK Prime. But if you're Top Rank, as an example, who has kind of a monopoly on 140, they've got the best guys. You're not letting Arnold Barboza or Jose Ramirez or Sabril Matias. They're not letting them guys. I don't know if Sabril Matias is signed with Top Rank, but you're not letting those guys go over to help BLK Prime make fights. You're using your inventory to make fights on your network. So it's gonna be interesting. I don't know who
he got three bums. These next 3 fights gonna be 3 bums.
Man.
I think Matias with PBC, man.
Sabril Matias with PBC. So
I think he's
maybe out. Maybe
this is my prediction. I'm gonna say that Broner doesn't fight 3 fights under that contract.
You wildin', Cam. $15 million. He's gonna show up. He'll show up with a bullet hole in his ass.
This guy, man. What has Broner been talking about lately in the news? What has he been talking about?
Apparently, he was talking about Regis PROGRAIS.
No, he's been saying, man, like I could, me and Floyd could fight a exhibition match right now and get $100 million each.
Oh, that's going to do more views. That's going to do more views than a PROGRAIS fight. If Floyd go over there and exhibition fight,
he ain't doing it. He trying to talk, man.
That's not the point, guys. That's not. I mean, my point is that is not a boxer who is trying to fight the monsters within his division. He already went and was saying like BLK is all about like, yeah, they're gonna pay you, but you got to fight it. This is not somebody who wants a hard camp that is gonna put up with a hard fight to be able to establish his legacy or doing that. This guy is not gonna. I'll say it now. I will buy all three of y'all steak dinners if he fights these 3 fights.
Hey, I heard that.
Because I heard that one too, man. He's doing
this ain't South Carolina. We live in DC. I don't know if you want to offer up no steak dinners. Steak dinner.
Yeah, all right. But listen, I mean, when is it going to be? He's going to fight 3 times in 2023
for $15 million. Cam, like I said,
gonna try scrape, claw, whatever. He gonna get these 3 fights, man. But what he is trying to do. Broner has become like the leader of a Ponzi scheme, man, where he's trying to bring other fighters into the BLK network, and I think that's
way to throw shots there, Randy. Man, you got so much hate in your heart.
Y'all are acting like Broner hasn't had $1 million fights. Every time he gets in the ring,
I'm saying Broner. Hold on, I'm saying Broner. His fights aren't going to draw the money to make him worth all the money that Black Prime is paying him. Broner is being a voice trying to recruit other fighters to come over to BLK Prime, saying that
I'm saying somebody who's going to go through a hard camp, who's going to get down and wait.
That's not him. That's not him no more.
That's what I'm saying. He's got to do that to fight 3 times. What are you talking about?
Man, no.
All he got to do really is show up to fight.
Yeah, all he got to do is show up, bro.
You don't have to be.
He putting out little clips. He ain't showing real long clips of him training. He throw like 30-second clips of him hitting the bag. You know what I'm saying?
How come he didn't fight his last fight against a guy who was done, who was shot? How come he didn't fight his last fight?
He said mental health, right?
That was not Godzilla his last fight, man. He was talking about like Sean Porter.
Fight Godzilla.
He was talking about. Do you remember who he's supposed to fight in his last fight, man? It was a guy who
bullshit fight. It was a softball.
It was a softball, and he couldn't.
We don't know how much money. Right, but Cam, he wasn't getting paid $5 million over on PBC. Not when Tank is getting paid $1.5 for a real fight.
But he was probably making a quarter of that. Boston. I argue with you on that point because he said, Broner said PBC will pay you the money that you want, but you will have to fight Godzilla.
Right. But Randy, we say all that to say this. There's no way he was making $5 million on PBC to fight Ivan Red Cash level guys. Yeah. And I say that to say to Cam, for $5 million, what will the 4 of us do for $5 million, right? I'm in half decent shape. I can't speak for the rest of the 3 of y'all. This motherfucker will show up. If he shows up looking like Damon Wayans in that Great White Hype movie with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, he is going to show up and throw punches or show up and not throw punches and just sit there with his hands up. He going to show up. Now, if BLK Prime chooses to continue to pay him that money for the next 2 fights, I don't know. Adrien Broner will show up for $15 million. There's no way he
gonna sleep through that.
Ain't no way he ain't gonna show up, Cam. So I won't hold you to that steak dinner shit.
I'll buy
you. It's gonna be in 2025. This guy's not gonna fight 3 times in this year. I will buy each of y'all a steak.
No, you didn't say 3 times this year.
I know what I'm saying is like I don't have to worry about paying you out until 2024 or 2025, Randy. That's my point.
Because you don't think he's gonna fight
a week away. Because when it comes,
you keep on pushing it. You keep pushing it, Cam. I'm gonna have to hold you to this shit.
No, hold me. This guy is not gonna fight 3 times. This guy hasn't fought 3 times in a calendar year since 2015. In there, And listen, if he goes in there and gets his butt, this guy pulled out from his last fight because he didn't want to commit. This guy, so I don't care. You can say, but this guy, anytime you leave 7 figures on the table, or what that, then that means that you don't.
When did he leave 7 figures on the table?
In his last fight, when he pulled out.
How much was the purse for that fight?
I'm saying it's like it.
All right, let's see. Now you jumping.
So this is all right. So this you see that right there. You see what that says right there? That says Bill. So this is recent. That's Adrien Broner right there. That's what
we get it, Cam. No one said the guy was in shape. We know the guy clearly. Look at that, Jesus Christ. Yeah, look. Point taken. The point is, it is going to be very tough. This ain't
a 20-year-old fighter. There's somebody that deals.
He gonna fight 3 times, man.
Yeah, Cam, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Del Frisco.
Okay, but what happens? What happens? Okay, what happens? But it has to be 2 sides. What happens if he doesn't fight 3 times?
Oh, wait a second. Now you the one that threw the bet out there.
It has to be a bet, right? A bet that has to be staked. There has to be stakes. There has to be stakes to if it's a bet.
You the one that made the bet, nigga. We wasn't betting you nothing. I said that shit.
So that's why I'm saying, like, I'll pay out 3 dinners. All you have to do is pay out 1 to me, but I'm getting 1 for one of y'all.
Because if this nigga get locked up, or if he get hurt, then you gonna try to hold me to that shit.
Exactly.
But you saying you implying he's not gonna show up because he won't be in shape or he's gonna have a mental health.
I'm just saying he is not dependable as a world-class fighter at this stage of his career. That has to do with getting in shape. That's staying out of trouble. That has to do with all of that.
Now that we've thrown in that caveat, you've made me say yes. Because I not being in shape and staying out of jail for this nigga, that's 2 different things. I think it's far more likely for him to show up out of shape than it is for him, staying out of jail for this guy.
If you come in 7 pounds overweight, they're not going to sanction that bout.
Plus, he be violating probation and not doing child support. Yeah, never mind. You right. He might not. But it ain't going to be because he out of shape. He'll show up with a big-ass fucking pot belly. But if the judge orders him to do he might. I can see him missing a fight more for blowing probation or not paying child support than being out of shape. Let me caveat that, and I will rescind for you. I'm not going to hold you to that. You might be right. Now that we've added the additional caveats, we might be on to something. Right. But he will show up fat as hell.
He will show up fat as hell.
Yeah, he's gonna be looking like what was Damon?
Whatever Damon. What was his name in that damn movie, man? That shit was on the other day too.
The Great White Hype.
Great White Hype. That's right. Eating tubs of ice cream in the back room and shit. He'll have a Newport hanging out of his mouth. Sunglasses on. Somebody will be brushing his hair for $5 million, nigga. Shit. But that shit's crazy. That BLK Prime picture that was recently, or was that for the Terrence Crawford build up?
That was for the Terrence Crawford. I mean, that was them kind of announcing their.
Okay, all right. So that was what? That was like November-ish, right?
Shit, but he looked the same when he hit in the bag. They got a video of him training. He looked about the same, bro.
For when?
Like for his upcoming fight. He in the
right. But when was the picture taken? When was the footage from?
It was probably last week when I saw it. When he was hitting the bag, bro. Just Google that.
I ain't seen the picture of the date, so I take your word for it, man. Damn, that's gonna be some shit, man. Them BOK Prime, whoever's putting up money for them, dude. Who y'all think it is? Who do you think is bankrolling these guys, man?
No, I mean, Dave broke it down for us. I mean, we won't get into those details.
All right, fair enough. All right, whatever.
But man, dude, if I was an investor, I'll back the hell out of that, man. Because shit.
I don't know, man. The way they talking. I mean, they doubled down. You would think that after the Crawford fight, if that Crawford fight flopped, you'd have thought they'd have cut stakes, right? But they're talking about they're going in for 6 more events. So that tells me either they dumb as hell, or they made it that shit that as much as you would hate to admit it, Randy, that Crawford shit might have done half decent. I don't know what halfway decent is. for them. I don't know what those metrics are.
Yeah,
but to me,
it's hard, man. That's hard to say, especially if you gave him 10 mil. I think they gave him 10 million as an investment and not.
Well, we don't know who they is. That's the other thing too, and that's why I asked that question. That's because Terrence Crawford got 10. That don't mean that BOK Prime gave him the 10. But getting back to what I originally said, they're going in for 6 more events. That's not to include the Adrien Broner shit. So that to me, I don't know. I mean, Dave, you in the business and shit. Does that tell you, hey, we're going to stick to it regardless of what the numbers they got behind closed doors, or is that indicative of some kind of success that they've seen or something, some encouraging signs?
It could be a little bit of both, man, but I would tend to lean to a little bit less. It might have been some success, a little bit less on the success side, but more so a determination to get their foot in this industry. And when you already got like a reputable fighter like Terrence Crawford, that's kind of, you know, willing to work with you a little bit, and even somebody as you know, as flaky as Adrien Broner, then you know you're still dealing with reputable fighters.
Yeah,
and
you gotta
all they have to do as that promotion company to get into this game, all they have to do is, you know, whatever money is promised to be paid is just put that money up. And because people are looking for different avenues. People are looking for different avenues to where I don't have to jump through all these hoops. Be okay and let me fight any daggone body. You know what I'm saying? So I would say it's a mixture of both, man. You know, we can't really get into the success of it because we're not behind it. But one thing we absolutely can say is that these guys are serious about being players in this boxing game as an alternative, you know, or a different choice in terms of promotions and getting up out of this top ranked PBC, Mayweather, you know, DeBella, to, you know, here comes another entity, man. That's, hey, look, we willing to put up 25 mil. Come on, man. Guaranteed.
Wasn't that what the Zone was doing in the beginning?
Well, that's what everybody was there. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's not a model that you want to follow. I would say that.
Yeah, because PBC did it too. Yeah, yep.
So
PBC the Zone and now BLK Prime.
I think we're gonna get ready to end the show, but I did find some footage, so we can go ahead and go out on this footage here.
Oh no!
So. This is your boy Adrien. And as we watch this, I want to remind everybody to like and subscribe to this channel. We are the pundits of pugilism. I'm your man, Professor Nims. I'm signing out for Boston Jared.
God damn, look at this
The casual red.
What? It's gonna be interesting.
It's like his whole body is in shape except for his stomach. Like the rest of his
got a pillow in his legs.
Look at the quick. His feet are still quick. The hands are still quick. His arms. It's just he got that damn stomach, and that beard is clearly hiding that.
Hold on, his feet have. He's never had good feet, man. That's why.
But I mean, he's not like he's laboring to get. I mean, he's moving up and he's bobbing and weaving. I mean, right? No, in the ring. And
what are you watching, man? What are you?
No, he don't look. He don't look like an old.
Like they in shape.
His legs are still there, but.
What is you watching, man?
I'm watching this again. He don't look bad. It's not like you won't look at that and be like, oh man, he's gonna get knocked the fuck out. But
what are you talking about, bro? Do you remember Adrien Broner when he was Adrien Broner?
Yes, Cam. I understand that. I'm just saying, looking at the footage overall,
he did that little two-step, and then like, you going crazy. Like, man, that is like, come on.
I'm not going crazy. All I'm saying is that it looked like it's just his midsection in his face. He still got muscle deficit. Now, maybe not. He got the long sleeve. He may have one of them waist trainers on too, man. Yeah, that's it. We'll see. He got until the end of February, right?
Because they kept pushing it back. So I wouldn't be surprised.
We just came out of the holidays too, right? We just got through with Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that shit. Yeah, so you know,
that's right.
We got January. He got about what, 7 weeks?
He got about 6, right? What, the 25th? He got about 7 weeks. This is the first week of January. He got about 7 weeks. We'll see. We'll see. Regis said, I don't know what he's like. They ain't fighting that. They ain't fighting 7. Regis said they ain't fighting at 47.
Might have to fight at 160.
All right, but we signed off. Make sure y'all like and subscribe.
Peace.
Peace out. Keep it popping.